All right, so
I do.
was it our third? This is our third try at getting all the characters and stuff together. Is that right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Emma, you did the Nomad. You are Emma Erickson. What are your stats on your sheet right now? Open up your booklet, please, Zoe. Open up your booklet. What are your stats? Your danger, your freak, savior, all those things. What are they at? Sit up and speak up, please.
I don't know.
Danger is it's whatever's light.
Danger is 0. Should I circle? I'm gonna circle.
No, don't circle them yet because they're gonna change. They're gonna change like right now.
Danger 0.
Okay.
Freak +2. Savior -1.
Okay.
Superior +2. Mundane -1.
Okay. So
what you're doing?
what you get 1 point to put amongst those to change the stats however you see fit. So danger is for things like literally fighting, unless you unless you can take advantage of that move that you have where they underestimate you. Because when they underestimate you, you can use superior instead.
Yes.
Freak is for unleashing your powers. So if you have to do
Alien
listen,
tech is
and your
plus
alien tech thing is plus freak. So freak is for unleashing your powers, but I want to make this really clear. Like every time you use your powers, you are not necessarily rolling freak. Sometimes you will attack with your powers, and if you do, then that's directly engaged and you roll danger.
Yes.
Unleashing your powers and freak is for when you're literally just using your powers to use your powers. Like you're trying to change the world, see or detect something with your powers, things like that. It's for things that don't fit in the other slots. If you're trying to save somebody by using your powers, you don't roll freak, you roll savior. Okay, for example. Superior is for like Batman kind of stuff, like provoking somebody, assessing the situation, like reading a situation, things like that. And mundane is for all the touchy-feely normal human stuff.
Ew.
It's for trying to figure out what makes somebody, like what makes them tick, like how they think, and also
Says the alien and robot.
Comforting and supporting somebody, which is essentially the heal move in the game, is based on your mundane.
I might do mundane mainly because
you don't want to be completely crappy at it, and you have a -1 right now.
I want to figure out what makes somebody mad, so I can annoy him all day. Somebody has to.
Interesting. All right,
somebody
so
has to
make your mundane a 0 then. So and then for the rest of them, just you don't need to circle it so hard because they will change all the time. Lightly circle the other ones where they're already lit up. Okay? Stats will change. It happens all the time. This is masks. They change constantly. Your 2 moves, again, you're kind of a nomad, but you're kind of a mix between a nomad and an outsider because you have Littlest Space Bandit, so when you directly engage a threat that underestimates you, roll plus your superior instead of plus your danger. And Alien Tech, which is technically a move from the outsider, but when you alter a human device with your Alien Tech, roll plus freak on a hit. You create a device that can do something impossible once and then fizzle. And if you roll really well, then you may be able to use it more than once, or it'll be especially good at what it does. But basically, because you're a bit of a hacker, like gizmo nerd, having something where you can hack alien tech into human tech seemed like it would really make sense.
Emma?
And your 2 abilities are what?
Abilities or moves?
Your these things, the abilities.
Rift generator and force field projectors.
Rift generator and force field projector. No, rift generator and force. Yes.
Yes.
So those are your 2. Like, are they like gloves? Like, are they like sort of like built into like gauntlets or something like that? Or how do you
perceive them?
Like, how does it look when you create a rift? Now, we're not doing the hither thither staff, but
so I was
unless you want to, I guess.
I was thinking, since I did
weird jewelry,
I could make the rift generator and the force field projectors into like bracelets or rings.
Sure.
And, like, get braceleted. Ha! You're on the other side of town now. Oh wait.
Probably not.
That's not a good idea.
We got to talk range on this thing. Getting somebody all the way to the other side of town would be a special situation. But you did have that special situation when the team first came together, so we can certainly work on that. So yeah, I like that. We can do some weird like tech jewelry. It looks like jewelry. People think it's magic. It's actually just tech because that's how tech works.
Explain to me in detail
how this works. In character, a conversation walking back home.
How? What? Where?
Hold on, I've got a notepad. I'm drawing this thing.
All right. So the thing that's particularly now listen, you work a little bit differently than other playbooks, specifically when it comes to people having influence over you. So you have you can only 6 people ever can have influence over you.
Ever?
And the good news is nobody has influence over you starting out, which means they can't you don't really listen to anybody a lot. People's words just bounce off of you. It doesn't change your perception of them. Only 6 people can ever have influence over you, not even adults. Now that's good because it means that somebody can't come up to you and say, "You suck, I don't like you, and you're not meant to be a superhero." And you can be like, "Whatever, man. I don't even listen to I should care about your opinion."
I spent my entire summer on the internet. You really think you faze me?
Yeah. So that's good, but there are also some abilities that you can't do until you start giving influence to people. So,
does Sean have that ability, or do I get influence over him?
You can't comfort or support anyone, so you can't do the heal move on him. That's not true. You can sort of do stuff that help. If you would trigger comfort and support, instead you take a condition as you say exactly the wrong thing. It's like if he feels bad about not being a human anymore, it's like, "Hey, don't worry. Some of my best friends are robots." And when somebody is a robot and doesn't remotely look like a human like you do, sometimes that's a good thing. And just because everybody on this planet thinks you're a horrible monster, because they obviously do, that doesn't mean you actually are one. If you went to an alien planet, they wouldn't even know that you looked weird. So maybe you just shouldn't live here because everybody on this planet hates you. See how that would she thinks she's helping, but she totally isn't? Oh, I think, yeah, once you give away one influence, you can actually do comfort and support. Hooray! Meanwhile, we have Gabriel Green. Gabriel Green is the
Transform.
The Transform.
Baby's first Transform.
You've heard of Elf on a Shelf. Now get ready for Mentally Unstable on a Table.
All right, Gabriel Green, and over here on your character sheet, what are your stats at, Gabriel Green?
+1 to danger. +3 to freak. +0 to savior. -1 to superior. -1 to mundane. Because look at.
All right, so you get to put a point into something, but you can't go any higher than a 3. So your freak's already capped out.
I don't.
If you want to be better at fighting, danger's probably your guy. If you want to be somebody who protects other people, then you might want to raise your savior. If you want to be a little bit better at thinking, maybe superior. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm giving you.
Wait, what's my?
It's fine. Your superior is good.
My superior's good. I can think.
Alright, +2 to danger.
All right, +2 to danger, +3 to freak, 0 at savior, and again the stats change a lot. I don't know how to emphasize that any more than I do right now, but that's fun. The ones I had down were I am not my body and coming for you.
I am not my body, not human enough, and coming for you.
Oh, you get 3?
Yeah, I get 3.
Okay, so I am not my body. Coming for you is when you mark a condition, take +1 for it against the person who gave it to you. And I am not my body, when you take a powerful physical blow, you can roll as if you had 2 fewer conditions marked.
Works really great with the hyper armor.
But if you do roll a 10+, you have to choose to lose control of yourself in a terrible way. What's the other move?
Not human enough.
Can I see it? I'll copy it over here onto the actual sheet. Not human enough.
Not human.
When you directly engage a threat in terrifying fashion, mark a condition to choose an additional option even on a miss. That might be one of the reasons people think, maybe you actually get scary in combat mode. You get all pointy and clawed and extra arms and all that kind of stuff. Let's just go over some of the background questions real quick. Sean, who were you before? You were just a regular kid?
Yeah, son of a scientist who had his...
You were sick. He used his stuff to fix you.
Yeah.
It may be that he secretly knows that you were sick because of stuff that he was doing in the lab, but you don't know that.
When did you change? We already elaborated.
Yeah. Relationships. First relationship question.
Blank comforted you when at your lowest.
Okay.
Not me.
Well, I kind of like the idea that it was you because, chatting on the internet, staying up late all night with you two just chatting on the internet. Like that's how we decided you guys knew each other, yeah? So like, you might be bad at people, but you're good at chat. Like there are a lot of people I know who are like bad at people, but they're okay on a chat.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to think of it right away. They can be like you say something that's pretty messed up, and it's Emma is typing, little three dot thing. Emma is typing, and over there you like delete. Ah, no, that's terrible too. And it takes you 17 tries, but then you send it and like, thanks, that really helps. First try. Well, there's also just comforting each other. So write her name down as
Emma.
What was the other question?
Blank knew you before you changed.
You should make up an NPC who did.
Not good.
I mean, your parents did, obviously, but...
I'm good at making up NPCs. I have to do that sometimes.
I mean, do you have a friend from your old school or something like that that
Oh,
still...
he can be in my homework.
No, we're probably not going to put him in the school, but he might be around your neighborhood when you get home. Like, somebody who's like your friend, and maybe you... Like, he keeps trying to reach out to you, but you don't want to because you keep thinking he's going to see you like a freak, and he just wants...
I don't know how anyone would see.
Or she.
Or they them.
Or they them.
Or
Shay Shem.
or
I don't know.
Shay.
I don't know what the other pronouns are. They use the fourth person direct chat.
Chat. You have to understand.
Fourth person pronoun.
Chat.
Chat. Chat, am I seeing this?
Chat. You have to understand.
I love the idea of the fact. We could do this where you're like, basically live streaming all your superheroics, and you basically like, okay, chat. What?
No, I don't. That's not.
That's a bad idea.
I would do that.
You don't want to Twitch stream your superheroics?
I'd do that.
No.
I feel like I'd do that.
There you go. It would be funny.
Figure
He's literally encased in.
I can use you to record.
Would you make somebody like draws like Twitch
Start.
emojis?
Hey, Chad. How are you?
Twitch. No, okay. Anyway, so think about who might have known you before. All right, what are your relationship questions?
Blank knows plenty that I don't about this world, people, and how to deal with them. I should follow their lead with
Well, I mean,
Sean or Dad.
I think it's more interesting if it's him because he's also terrible at it, but you think he's better than you are. And to be fair, he probably used to be good at this. He just doesn't believe that he is. She wants the name, dude.
Gabriel. Hero name. Windows error sound. Do.
No. No. I mean, funny.
Wait, is your name?
No,
is your
it's
hero
like
name Windows Arrow Sound, or is your hero name
I'm struggling. I was struggling.
You don't have to come up with it
So
yet.
I made a failure.
So there's a couple different things we have to do as part of. We're probably going to save some of this for next time. Let's talk real quick because we sort of came up with this answer already. Talk to me about when the team first came together. Sean, you asked the first question.
We drew attention and ire from plenty during the fight. One important person in particular now hates and fears us. Who is it?
It's on his. He's got a thing. So somebody in particular. Okay, open up. Look for the Halcyon Herald one over there.
Didn't we establish?
Yeah, it's a guy in the Halcyon Herald. Get the book. Give me the book. The guy who hates you is Hero Record.
Yeah, can you do it for my eyes? Hero.
Yeah, I'll get his name in here.
That's okay.
Hero's hot takes. He has an opinion article, opinion column in the Halcyon Herald. And this, I'll just read the beginning of this one. When I was a boy, the men and women protecting Halcyon City stood out as heroes, instantly recognizable, wonderfully stylized, iconic. Just think about heroes like the Copper Crusader, Lady December, or Mariposa. Each had a distinct style about them, everything effortlessly in the right place. Take Mariposa, for example. As soon as I mentioned her name, you had a complete image in your mind. The simple but eye-catching color scheme of black, yellow, and orange, the mask with antennae, the perfectly shaped eye spots on her wings, themselves large enough to be functional but not oversized and cartoonish. Now let's have a look at one of our city's newer entomological avengers, the so-called sawfly. You've seen him on the news, right? I forgive you if you don't remember. Anyway, this kid apparently goes and gets himself caught up in a radioactive accident, grows some ugly antennae and wings, and basically calls it a day. There's no costume here. He just wears whatever slovenly outfit he picked up off his bedroom floor that morning and expects us to recognize that he's Sawfly. That's 10% inspiration. That 10% inspiration we've all heard about still counts, folks. You used to be able to tell from eyewitness descriptions. Oh, a copper-winged helmet and matching cape with a CC on it? That's the Copper Crusader. But nowadays it's more like, well, there was a girl who flew and was wearing mostly black, but there wasn't really anything distinctive about her otherwise. You want to be iconic like the legends of the years past? Well, let's talk about icons. Anyway, this is a guy who thinks everything was better in the older generations of heroes, and none of the kids today know how to do it right. They're all just accidentally heroes, and it's all just a mistake.
Me accidental.
Anyway.
Hero record. That sounds like a thing more than a person.
All right, so here we have the down. So we're gonna put you guys right about here.
Ding.
So here's what's going on. So and this tower will matter later.
Is it gonna get robbed?
No, it's like the headquarters for like the biggest sort of the
Mega Corporation?
No, the biggest adult superhero team.
Where is
The
Can I
don't
have
know.
your
What do
mouse,
you want to call them? What's the name of the biggest superhero team? The Exemplars?
Macy's.
The Macy's? The department store? No.
The toy store.
The Exemplars. The Heroes Incorporated. The
All
Alright, Phoenix Academy is called Phoenix Academy because it has literally been destroyed and rebuilt so many times that initially it was called Future Academy, but the students called it Phoenix Academy because it got destroyed and rebuilt so many times in the first 10 or 15 years that it existed. Because what? Because
some random guy.
some guy would attack one of the faculty members, or a student would lose control of their powers, or freaking alien invasions, or it just got
Every League of Villains. Every League of Villains episode. All the League of Villains episodes in My Hero.
John, go back to mom and stop invading my school. I'm having good studies.
So
Bye.
once upon a time, the Phoenix Academy was within the city itself.
Really?
Well, yeah, you don't want innocent bystanders to be nearby when you're constantly being attacked. So they moved it. The two founders of the two founders of the academy were Infinite and something sorceress, Sable sorceress, something like that. It was a magical hero and a technological space traveling hero who wasn't really human and made themselves appear human so that they could live here, and then they fell in love and ended up being the founders of the academy. She raised an island out of the bay, basically just brought the earth up out of it, and then they built a city on it. And they had heroes working on it, and aliens working on it, everything else. So the buildings, let's just say the buildings, it makes Hogwarts look boring. There's alien and stuff. There's buildings that are smaller on the outside than the inside. There's floating castles, floating towers. It's on an island away from the city. Now you can live at the school, but for right now, your dad, Zoe, your dad is like, you just got here. I want you to stay here. We can bus you down there. It'll be fine. Well, you can commute. So you're being bused down, and your mom is very.
My stepmom.
See, your stepmom wants you to live at the school. Your dad is like, no, at least for the first semester, she's going to stay. I want her to stay home, and it'll be fine. Your stepmom is all about you going to the school and living at the school. It'll be good for her. She'll grow so much. Your mom won't talk about any of this, so she won't engage. So your dad kind of left it up to you, but for at least now, I'm going to say you haven't decided officially yet.
I haven't moved all my monitors.
You haven't moved anything yet. So for the first day of school, you are assembling here.
Got a computer tower.
Because they send a ferry from the island, and you get on the ferry, and that's essentially your final bus thing is taking the ferry across over to the island. It's the first day of school. So there's a fairly decent crowd, call it 40 or 50 kids, that are assembled here waiting for the ferry to roll so you can get on. There's a lot of kids at the school who live there. So this are the ones that commute, basically, who travel in. But a lot of the kids that are part of Phoenix Academy live in Phoenix. And now some of them look like superheroes. Like they're wearing masks, they're
wearing underwear on the outside.
There's very few that are doing that. But a lot of them at least have like regular clothes on, but they have like a mask on or something like that because they're trying to, retain whatever. Yeah. But some of them are in full costume because secret identity stuff. Some of them are just weird looking. Like there's at least one other, definitely an alien, possibly some other machine, cyborg,
I want to send her there.
Various things. We're going to figure out at least some of the kids because we're going to do the homeroom. and that kind of thing. But right now, they're all like, there's kids that seem to know each other. You guys know each other because you had so when we first met our heroes, you guys were chatting late night thing, and then there was so we found out that somebody during your fight decided they didn't like you because, again, no costumes, no style, no iconography, just kind of seemed to stumble into this thing. Like,
I jumped off a skyscraper and no ended.
I know, but you just seem to like. What I'm saying is, you just seem to like do it because
he has no theme music.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's his cereal?
Now, what was your question for when we first met our heroes?
Wait.
When our team first came together.
We already did.
I know, but we haven't recorded it. I want to get it
We had to deal with the danger I'd met. Was it?
All right, so you decided that the person that we were facing was somebody that you'd met before.
That it was one of the space pirates that worked with.
And then he didn't work with her anymore, or he like left her organization because he assumed that there had to be some reason that you were coming here, right? And I think I had a thought about who it could be. Let's see if I can find the guy.
Just like I send you off.
I'm not even typing the emoji. I'm just writing.
Don't worry about the stats. Just look at the guy.
He looks like a bug.
Yeah,
I think that's
he's an alien.
Point, Zoe.
That looks like a bug.
Like, I like it. So, yeah. Teleport out of harm's way, confuse and mislead with illusions and doubles, strike out with an energy blast. An alien treasure hunter. I kind of like him. This would change his background quite a bit, but I like him as the guy that you were dealing with was the Farland. He's actually, so there's a joke, and you haven't seen the new Doctor Who, but there's a new Doctor Who episode that's one of the specials for coming up for Christmas, and they run into an alien, and they're like, he says like, well, I don't even know what he's doing, and one of the people who's working with him, one of his companions for this episode is like, I'm sorry, you just assumed it was his pronouns are he, him? And the doctor's like, you know what? That's right. I'm sorry. What are you? He, him, she, they? And the alien goes, the meep uses only the definite article as his pronoun. I am only the meep. And the doctor goes, oh yeah, I do that too. Because their pronouns are the. and the Farlander's pronouns are the. They're not Farlander, it's the Farlander. So yeah, I mean so that's the guy that you guys faced off against. And how did you send him away? Did you like superpowered your portals to like just port him off the planet? Was that what we decided? Because you've got your 2 powers of force fields and thing, but you also got your alien tech. So basically, you supercharged your portal and portaled the Farlander.
Have fun on
somewhere? Question mark.
No.
Have fun on Venus, idiot.
No pronouns.
No pronouns, only dirt. Anyway, so that's fine. All right, so you guys are here at the little dock waiting for this thing. And there's clumps of kids, but you guys are kind of at least somewhat standing next to each other because you're literally the only 2 people in the crowd that you know at this point.
We're like rapidly sending over each other.
So you're texting each other back and forth. You know, like you're texting off your phone without really looking at it, and you're texting in your head. You don't have an ultra processor, so you probably are actually like texting by texting, but you're very quick. You, on the other hand, basically have to think emoji. Your special power is you have emojis nobody else.
Yes, make me a croissant with chocolate on top emoji.
What are you doing? There's all these kids milling around, other high school people. You guys said you're sophomores? Freshmen? What are you?
Well,
You're 16, you'd probably be freshmen? Or no, sorry, it'd probably be sophomores. Or oh, you want to be freshmen? Well, then you're probably 15 or 14.
Okay, let's fresh.
You want to be brand new newbies,
It'll
huh?
be fun.
All right.
No, it
Fresh.
won't be.
Fresh newbies. All right.
For the,
All right, so you're freshmen at a high school, which makes you fresh meat on top of everything else. Although, no real meat for you. But so what are you doing? I mean, all these kids around, what are you doing? Scanning with your, heightened senses? And
ooh, do I smell?
there's actually a...
There's coffee on the...
There's actually a webcomic that I cover, that I follow called Questionable Content, and about half the characters are Android. They're AIs. They don't eat, but they really like smells. So they go into like the coffee shop and they order very, very complicated drinks because they like how they smell. And they just sit there and like, yeah, this is good. Yeah. Anyway, you got enhanced senses. That might be a thing for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what are you doing?
Is there anyone notable?
I don't know. Why don't you extend your senses and find out? So for this, you're going to actually like use your enhanced senses?
Yeah, like
See,
all the cameras, even the ones at my feet.
head just goes, it's all cameras. No,
No,
all right.
no, like small little windows open all over my
So
body.
for unleash your powers, which is what this is. So look at, you guys don't, I didn't give you move sheet. That's okay. I have them over here. Basic move. All right. So we're looking at unleash your powers. When you unleash your powers to overcome, I'll give you a sheet for this later. When you unleash your powers to overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses, roll plus freak.
Ooh.
On a hit, you do it. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition, and the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
Alright, so I roll these.
Yep, you roll those and you add your freak score.
Which is +3.
That's gonna be good.
Now this is just like any power by the apocalypse thing, like 6 and lower is a fail, 7 to 9 is a mixed success, and a 10 or higher is a success.
11.
It's really cool. That's cool that you have an 11. It's way more fun.
Yeah, because I get a condition.
Failure, no, a 7 to 9 you get a condition, a 6 is even more. But I'm just saying 6s are awesome in this game. All right. So everyone's kind of talking about various things. Some of the kids are commenting about you. Who's the robot? I didn't know we were gonna have a robot. It's like an AI. I thought there was like rules against AI. He's probably like, hey, ChatGPT,
Make me a really angry dog.
write me an introduction level letter for my resume. Different people doing that.
Can I just like do a 360 swivel on my head? Like
Yes, because anything creepy that you do is actually in keeping with the transformed, making people uncomfortable. Oh, phew. God, that's God. Ugh.
you're just doing garlic.
Everyone's
Like,
look away. Don't make eye contact. He said, how do you know what you're making eye contact? Guy's got cameras on the side of his head. Now, this is all happening, but what you eventually pick up on is like a very steady voice, somewhat in the distance, talking. It is 2 days. It is the first weekday after Labor Day. As you all know, here in Halcyon City, that means the beginning of the school year for all of the educational establishments around the city, and that includes Phoenix Academy. That's right, the factory for newly minted so-called superheroes.
So-called
he's
Back in the day, as you all know, heroes used to be called to heroics. They were adults. They understood the sacrifices that they were making. And they chose to rise to that call. Today, the superhero industrial complex is minting new heroes daily by shoving them through a factory that sticks out carbon copy, cookie cutter copies. He probably said it better than that. Carbon copies of yesterday's superheroes in today's outfits. Over my shoulder, you'll see. And so this is all happening. Like you guys are over here along the cement, and he's like kind of in this little this sidewalk sort of walkway here between the trees, in a shot that lets him like be back away from all of you. But the camera shot over his shoulder has all the kids in the background, or in his background, all the kids are milling around, behind me. So-called hope for the future are being brainwashed into thinking that they're making their own choices by becoming heroes for Halcyon City. But how will we ever know? How is it possible for someone who any psychologist will tell you their brain is not fully developed and to make the important decision that requires the level of heroic sacrifice that we've seen in the previous generations of heroes throughout the city? We've seen a marked decline in the heroic stature of heroes in Halcyon City ever since the mid-'80s. One might even say ever since the original founding of Phoenix Academy. And now Phoenix Academy is run by its greatest enemy, Hellbender, who, as you all remember, 15 years ago, appeared out of nowhere, slayed dozens of students and teachers, and vanished without a trace. And then, magically, apparently, 15 years later, came back, having been reformed by the original founders of the so-called institution that mints heroes, and been tasked with the quest. The quest is not the right word. With the task of reopening the academy that had been closed ever since he destroyed it. And now they put him in charge of it. They put Hellbender in charge of the hero, a villain, one of the most murderous villains that the city has seen in the last 30 years. And now he's the headmaster. So all this is going on while he's just kind of like, he's basically doing like a live talk show thing from the sidewalk. Well, you text me. Anyway,
I've got
Text me,
like 7 gifs of like rolling eyes.
so what are you?
Text
So
me, this is going on. I have an idea.
okay, so that is what you have. That's what you have picked up. Is hero record is back maybe 50 feet away.
Oh wait, he doesn't like this.
Doing a big monologue about all of this stuff. And yeah, you are, if you because you can probably look around, like pick up the TV, like he's broadcasting live, so you can probably find the channel live streaming and see that on his live stream you're in frame, like in the background, like you're one of the, what were you doing while he's been like sort of, making faces at other kids in the thing? Have you also been kind of like looking around and all this other kind of stuff?
I knew about this, but first.
Before
in
that
the
happens,
meantime-
in the meantime,
I'm probably screwing
graduates.
Gadgetry.
Screwing with my gadgets, the bed a little bit better.
You're just tweaking your gadgets and stuff.
Oh hey,
Yeah.
12. Like
What's that?
I just randomly rolled a 12.
Okay, you just wasted a 12 because it didn't do anything.
No.
Anyway, all right. So
I really do. Or
you're just kind of sitting there, you're just basically
fiddling.
fiddling without really necessarily accomplishing. It's just the thing that you do when you're like when Kaylee's not doing anything in particular. She just starts crocheting or drawing pictures. You start fiddling with your tack. Is that accurate? Yeah. Okay. So while that's going on, you notice there's actually what you hear that kind of draws your attention is there's an adult voice nearby. Adult, older, kind of sarcastic, like, "Hey, why don't we just get out of here? Let's just go." What would be better than playing hooky on your first day of class? Somebody goes, "What's hooky? How about we ditch and go have some fun? I mean, we're downtown. Let's just ditch and we'll go." Now, here's the interesting thing about
I will
this.
stop you with the where is my
I mean, it's on you. Okay, so what you see is a cluster of, call it, say 6, definitely students. They're wearing like, so there's like sort of a semi-uniform for the school. It's mostly colors, orange and yellow and black.
Okay.
You got orange. You can paint some yellow on, whatever.
I do.
Well, here, give me the Unbound book, the purple.
I do like.
If you're in one of the school clubs, you actually get superhero outfits that match the.
Yeah, because he can
Sort
wear
of track and field.
So like this is Phoenix Academy's official superhero outfit. If you're one of the clubs, then you wear the official superhero outfit. Anyway, so there's a couple kids there's a group of kids that are wearing. You know how Skyview Academy had like school uniforms?
Yeah.
So Phoenix Academy has that. Okay. You're new, so you probably haven't got the uniform yet. But so you got people. But there's one person there who's talking to them that is not wearing the uniform, and she's not the right age. She's like looks like a college age kid, and she's the one who's like, "Let's just go. Let's just play hooky. Let's go. Let's get out." All right. What do you guys say? Chat. What do you guys say? And she's apparently like live streaming this conversation with the students, and they're all like looking at each other like, "Let's go." And they're starting to head out. Right about then, he texts you. What do you text her? Like, is it just a clip transcript or is like Heroes here or something like that?
The idiot podcast.
He's not actually a podcaster. He's like a whole like newspaper journalist type person. But sure, you probably refer to him as the idiot podcaster because he does have a podcast. So yeah, you don't even call him by name. He's just when he says the idiot podcaster who he's talking about.
Yeah.
So a group of kids is basically taking off with this stranger person who's live streaming the whole
event
ditching school thing. And meanwhile, he texts and says, "Heroes here," or the idiot podcasters. What do? You have 2 choices. You have choices. You have conflicting needs.
Save a really dumb person.
Mess with.
I will.
Ooh, what if I?
You could also ask me more stuff about this person, the ditch streamer. I don't know what to call her.
Dumb ditch streamer.
Can
The one who's streaming the ditch attempt. You might recognize her. I don't know. You might know her.
Anyways.
She's somebody you could know. What's that? A portal. A rift.
Do a thither.
Hither.
A bit. Do a thither. Hither. A little bit. behind them and do it. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Send me in. Send me in.
To who, which are you doing this to the reporter or to the person who's to the reporter?
Ooh.
Recorder.
Oh, the recorder. The
Send me in.
Okay, so you portal between her and the students?
No, I do it a little bit behind.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Hey, whoa! We're getting ready to go. We're gonna miss the first couple of.
That's a good way to I'm sending.
We're gonna miss the first couple of periods. It's fine. It's just orientation. You guys know everything. You got all the paperwork and stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, sure.
That's a good way to fill it.
Why don't you come with us? Why don't you come with? She should come with us too. You're new, right? Yeah. Why don't you come with? We're gonna go have some fun. Let's go have some fun.
You don't have any bonds.
That's true.
I don't.
Actually, that's
you
kind
may
of
be an influencer.
that's a little bit true.
You may be an influencer, but you don't have any over me.
It's really funny that you said that.
Sean. I text Sean.
So,
Send me in.
are you gonna make trouble? Listen, we just want to go. You don't have to go, but you shouldn't make them have to stick with your boring
Wait, can I?
rules following. I mean, come on.
I mean, can I try and do something? Can I pick up their live stream?
Yes, I mean you can. Well, actually, I tell you what. Why don't you assess the situation? This is a move. It is a move.
Yes.
I don't, because you need to figure out what you can even do here in terms of like
gonna
whether or not there is a stream to pick up here. So assess the situation. When you assess the situation, roll plus your superior.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Plus.
What is your superior?
Minus one.
All right, so roll and subtract 1.
Please be good. Please be good. Please be good.
It's 2.
What'd you roll? 3.
2 plus minus.
No, it's not plus 1 minus 1. It's just minus 1. What did you roll on the dice? All right, and then minus 1. Okay. Oh, I see what you said. Okay. So assess situation. When you assess the situation, roll plus superior. On a 10 plus, you can ask 2 of these questions. On a 7, 9, ask 1. On a 6, no. I'm afraid no. All right. So first thing, good news. You learn from your failures in masks. Very important. On the back of your sheet, there's a space where you can mark potential, and getting a 6 minus gives you a check on your XP.
So do I
just put a little X or a check or something. You don't fill it in because you erased it a bunch. Okay. All right. So you try like figuring out who this person is, figuring out where their stream is, and all that kind of stuff, and so.
Oh no.
No.
In the life of a person.
So you kind of you think you maybe figured out which feed it is, and it's actually called like the stream is called the influencer, which you have never heard of before, but it's really branded. Like it's really got like it's almost like a splash screen, like a superhero name or something like that. But the influencer and something. Her phone goes wah, wah, and she's like, "Oh, hey chat, we've got a alleged hero in the chat. That is really, really interesting. Hello, a hero in the chat. That's great. Hey chat, say hello to the hero." And we're gonna get lunch. And right now, so chat is spamming you. It's not quite a denial of service attack, but you're getting so much chat spam and DM requests that your whole interface is flooding with like texts. Okay? You've got to clear that out before you can figure out what you're doing. She says, "Girls, why don't you take care of her so we can get going?" And all of them go, "Yes," and they turn to you. And all of them start activating whatever weird crap they've got going on for their powers.
No.
Keeping in mind, they're innocent hero students.
Start a fight already. I want to go to the principal.
She's a what? Mind controller?
God dang it.
Already.
But you know what? She works on having influence on people, and she can't have influence on you because nobody can have influence over you, so it doesn't work on you. The influencer. It's funny that you called her an influencer because I was like, yeah, that was the name I was going to give her. This is you attacking the text messages?
You're
like digitally, I am shoving the trash can down.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Because there's lots of, you've got force fields, you've got portals, you could open portals under their feet. You could open portals under. You've got a force field. You could just put yourself in a force field.
Force field up.
You can put force fields around them.
I don't think
Yeah, he's
busy, as it were.
You're just one more text in a flurry of text. He is getting inundated.
Who has Discord open this fast? Call me Discord. I'm feeling it.
Anyway, what do you want to do?
Digital chaos.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no.
You're going to hamster ball her? You put her in a hamster ball? Okay. What do you want to do with, are you trying to,
I'm trying to stop her.
getting away? You want to capture her?
Stop her from moving.
I think that feels like, because she's trying to leave, though, because things are about to
leave.
She's trying to bring she's trying to take these superhero kids with her, these other hero kids with her, but she's like, take care of this so we can go, and she starts to, turn and walk away, and you're going to bubble her. I'm afraid that's going to be a directly engaged. Now my question is, does she underestimate? You are a freshman. You are fresh meat.
Probably around.
She is used to
You are.
She is used to having easy control over teenage minions. So I'm going to say, as a gift to you, that she underestimates. So tell me about what's the name of that move?
The little space. When you directly engage a threat that underestimates, roll plus superior instead of plus danger.
Okay, so
That's a
normally
+2.
When you directly engage somebody, you have to roll your danger, which is a what on you?
That is a 0.
0. But instead, you get to roll your superior, which is a
+2.
Lovely. So go ahead and roll. And we'll get up we have the directly engaged.
Do I just send in my own chatbots? Like imagine being a supervillain L. Imagine being a supervillain L.
All right. Directly engage a threat.
9.
Directly engage a threat. When you directly engage a threat, roll plus, in this case, superior. On a hit, you trade blows. Now this means you're going to do something to her, you're going to give her a condition, but she's going to give you you're going to take a condition in return. But, because this is how the fights work, I don't roll. So whether or not you take damage depends on how well you roll. Okay? So, directly engage a threat, you get to pick, you rolled a 9?
Yes.
All right, you get to pick one of these options, okay? Resist or avoid their counterattack. So you can go, I'm going to do this thing to her, but she can't do anything back to me. Which you just put her into a force field, so that kind of makes take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. So you put her in a bubble and she can't really do anything back to you.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good idea because she can't physically attack you if she's in the bubble, and she can't influence you because she can't influence you. You're special. You're broken inside, emotionally.
Mentally unstable on a table.
Okay, so you directly engage, and you...
Yippee.
What? Can the influencer be my second one? Blank knew you before you chose.
I don't think that makes... Let's wait till we get somebody in the classroom or like a former friend of yours from your old name. Okay, so that's...
Roll.
What's that?
Roll.
You already rolled. You don't need to roll anymore. All right.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 0.
I think that you're going to... All right. She tries to move and she can't. She's like up against the force field and she's like, turns around and looks at you.
That is not cognitive.
Chat, I'm going to need a little help over here. Why doesn't everybody come? And
How many people are that?
42,362 right now. Now, how many are local? Who knows?
But
I can tell you right now that I would say about 5 or 6 folks who were like looking at their phones with headphones in out in the crowd that were waiting for the ferry to show up all kind of turned around and got up like this, and one of them legitimately goes like this and keeps going and gets like 12 feet tall and starts stepping over people coming your way. So yeah, there's like she just activated like call it 5 more supers in the group, and who knows however many people how many other people might be coming.
Can I try and like just block people?
Get
block.
over here!
Oh yeah, what do you want to do? Tell me what you want to do.
I would like to just
Leave the chat.
and
Okay.
Get over here!
can you send me a message to tell me what is occurring?
Well, you're seeing at least the chat stuff happen. In fact,
Get over here! Help!
Stop! Let him.
well, I mean, you're in her stream, so you see at least some of what she says. So it's like you see that she's inside the force field because you saw it on the stream.
Well,
Imagine.
Okay, you didn't actually. just to give you the GM side of this, you're not immobilized by the text. The thing from you failing was me escalating and making out all that kind of stuff happen. So you don't have to roll to get free of any of this stuff. Well, no, from all of that, you should have taken a condition from all of that. So does it make you angry? Does it make you guilty? Does it you see the conditions that you can take?
Yeah.
Dealing with all of this stuff before clearing out and moving something gives you a condition. But I let you pick which one.
Angry. Damn it! I have to stop watching my show!
All right, so what are you going to do?
She was standing like right next to her.
Well, yeah, you can see where she's at. It's like she's maybe 20, 30 feet away, if that. Right. She doesn't have special hearing, so she heard this conversation relatively close. They're not that far away. Soccer force field.
First off, wave to Hero.
Hi,
Turn to
Hero.
All right, that's weird. But...
And then, you know what? I like to like.
All right, what are you gonna do though?
And then I get in the middle.
You ever play kickball?
I specifically the mind control individuals directly.
Okay, what about them?
Can I just like nope?
Oh, before they do anything to her?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can do that. That is, you're protecting Emma. So you what are you doing? You're protecting Emma. So I need you to roll defend. You see how?
Defend.
So defend.
Savior.
It sure is. When you defend someone or something from an immediate threat, roll plus savior. For NPC threats, on a hit, you keep them safe and choose one. 79 it costs you. All right, so you roll and you add your savior. What's your savior?
0.
You're very bad at that. I don't think
well, it's just...
they're not. I didn't build this to nest inside. I thought maybe it might like close itself. So what's your savior?
0.
0. Okay. So what will your dice say?
5.
A 5, huh?
A 5.
So what were you trying? Tell me what you were trying to do with the crowd that was about to do something.
Just like get over there, like portal, and then nope.
Just kind of knock them all out of the way and everything. Okay. So what you have here is a group of like 5 girls who are all part of the same school club. They're the Mistakes. It's a punk band, a girls' punk band. Mistakes. So it's an all-girls punk band that are also a school club, and they're all super powered, and they've all known each other for a couple of years, and they're really good at working together. So when Robot Boy comes charging in trying to knock them down, I will reiterate that they're a punk band. They're familiar with violent music and mosh pits. You get a hit or two, so that's convenient. In fact, the drummer, as near as you can tell, the bass player knocks you into the air and the drummer hits you several times, like as you go.
Dang it, you gave me dents!
You know the thing from Murderbot where he's like, I hit the ground, bounced, and hit the ground again. So,
do you know how long it takes to mold tungsten?
Now this time I'm going to have you take a powerful blow. So this is a different move, and it's over here.
You may roll as if you had 2 fewer conditions.
Which is good. So take a powerful blow. When you take a powerful blow, you roll, and then you don't roll a stat. You roll and add the conditions that you currently have.
So
but you don't
add none.
You add none because you're.
Can I add?
No, you don't get to add. You don't really want to because you want to roll low.
Okay.
So
make your brain think that you want to roll. Make your dice think that you want to roll high. And
well,
roll
he's
low.
been rolling terrible so far. So
I'm putting you back in the bag if you don't make.
So again, low is good for this because you're essentially rolling the attack roll for the people who are hitting you.
And then he's gonna get a 12.
5 again.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So you need to mark potential twice because you failed that last
Yay!
attack and you take a powerful blow. So take a powerful blow. Roll plus your conditions. On a miss, you stand strong. You don't take any more conditions. You don't lose control of your powers. Nothing. Mark potential as normal and say how you weather the blow. So they come in and they're just like, ba-dum, ba-dum, and you're just like, what do you do? Like, how do you withstand this? Because nothing happens. I mean, you do have impenetrable armor, so that might be part of it.
Bro, you gave me a dent. I'm gonna have to go to the car dealership to fix this.
Do you know how long it takes to mold?
So you're just snarking at them, like dismissing them, all this. All right, so you're up to like 3 potential already. Good job. Well done.
At this point, I'll have super speed.
All right, so the good news for you is all 5 of the girls are dealing with him now. Okay.
What's her real name?
I've got like a
The influencer?
influencer have a
Who
real
knows? I don't know.
I've got like a buffer of
I feel like you would
tracks.
need to. Yeah, you need to do some research like that to know. You mean the influencer's real name? You would.
I've got like
You don't even know that it's the influencer. He's the only one that knows that she's got a stream. She's just talking to her phone. She's just talking to chat on her phone. You don't even know what that means.
I've got
Well,
like
you
a-
would know what that means because you're an internet nerd. But
I'm staying up all night watching Minecraft streams.
yes. Anyway, what?
I've got like a buffer of laugh tracks that I'm playing. Like ha ha ha.
Okay. Nice. Okay. All right. So we are going to. So the girls have attacked you. The mistakes have attacked you ineffectually.
As I do.
I got pictures of some of the band members, actually. So the mistakes have attacked you ineffectually. You have the influencer in a force field. She has called in reinforcements, some of whom are in the crowd and are coming your way. And we will pause there for next time.
Okay, so this is way more fun than I.
He's just like,
This is way more fun than what?
Okay, playing is way more fun than character.
Well, character creation is okay, but there's a lot of stuff you need to do initially.
Look, let's. How dare that?
It can be very quick if you know what you're doing, but since you guys hadn't played before, let's say. All right, but fun?
Fun,
Yes.
fun.
and
What's
then
that?
we will start off.
We got Joe Rogan. We got a streamer. Great.
We will start off the next session.
With the big guy walking your way. It's a great way to get to know some of your new classmates by punching them before you even get to the school.
Oh, that's 12 feet. That's 12 feet worth of shins to break.
Hellbender's gonna love that. He's a very understanding person.
Oh.
Hellbinder, not Hellbender. Hellbinder.
Oh,
Are you trying to eyebrow at me?
Yeah.
All right, we will close down. Thank you
Your
all.
Honor.
Thank you guys.
She was a Twitch streamer.
Your Honor.
In my defense, she was a Twitch streamer.
Your
Murder
Honor.
was appropriate. No. 3. And we're back. All right.
Alright.
When we last left our heroes.
No, he gets to say that.
Oh.
I don't care who says it. Well, that was super fun and unfortunately super annoying because I paused the recording and never remembered to unpause it. So, quickly summing up what we just did on the second part of the play is the influencer was in a bubble and had told a bunch of the student body to kind of attack our two heroes. And Gabriel, the robot, the transformed, got Emma, our nomad, to drop the force field around the influencer quickly. He reached in, directly engaged, but mostly to take the phone away from her. He took the phone, smashed it, and she basically said, what are you doing? Help me. And everybody in the crowd who had already been under her influence sped up started to charge for their attack, including the mistakes that were right there, right close. They were about to jump on Gabriel. Emma defended him by dropping a force field around the mistakes, despite being quite smitten with their appearance and thinking they were super cool and not really wanting to hurt them or do anything to them, but did anyway. Put him in the force field, and then Sean decided to shut the whole thing down, thinking that the influencer was probably the source. If you could stop the influencer, you could stop everybody else from attacking. Went kind of full combat mode. His transformed has a special move that's if you choose to directly engage in a very terrifying fashion, you can pick an additional option off the list, even if you roll a failure. He got a 7, so he still got 2 options. And he chose to impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition and take no harm. Avoid their blows. But he did it by basically, if you've ever watched the Lost in Space, the newer Lost in Space, like the full red mode of the robot, he kind of went like that and got very big, tall, scary, kind of terrifying. And the influencer immediately basically dropped to her knees, was like, don't hurt me. The reporter / opinion columnist, Hero Record, who had been sort of off in the distance kind of commenting on thing, they caught this whole thing on film. And what's looping on his website right now is sort of a looping section of the exchange where this woman, who doesn't look like she had really been doing anything because it was all like sort of mind control and through the stream and everything like that, the robot rushes up, rips the foam out of her hands, crushes it, and then gets all super scary, and he's just looping that. By the time they get to the island, Princess Arizella showed up with the ferry, got everybody on the ferry, and by the time they'd gotten to the island, the people with phones and stuff on the boat were already looking at the WeTube video from Hero's channel that was like the looping of our resident transformed, like sort of being terrified. And that was where we wrapped up. End of session moves. The Nomad finally gave influence. Nomads don't start out with influence over anybody, but nobody anywhere in the game has influence over them, which is nice in some ways. Also cuts them off from some moves. So she did give influence to the Transformed. Transformed gave influence to her. She already had influence, which means she also got to move his labels around, and that's what we did and wrap that up. And we will pick up there, having finally, we'll probably pick up as we're coming up to Academy Island for next session. So, sorry we missed all that, but I am apparently bad at recording role-playing games. You would think I would have gotten good at it by this point, but apparently that's a big no. That's a hard no.